Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So we're up here in the Stanley Cup Finals for the third time in this series, up against the Calgary Flames, who went 41, 26, and 15 during the regular season. So we actually have home ice in the finals, which is good news. We haven't had home ice throughout the first three rounds, so hopefully we could use that to our advantage. The only main reason we're even in the finals to begin with is because Ulnov has just been sensational. He's not let in like more than one goal almost per game, as you could go back all the way to like say round one. He let in 3 goals there, 2 goals the next game, 2 goals the next game, 2 goals there, 2 goals there. Then in the second round he let in 4 goals, but then he bounced back for a shutout. Then he only let in 1 goal, and 2 goals. And then no goals again, so he was playing really good. And then the conference finals was kind of very difficult for us, but we managed to get it done in a 7-game span, just coming away with a nice 2-1 win in Game 7, a big game-winning goal from Josh Ho-Sang. So we're up against the Flames, who have only one former player of ours, and that is Zach Aston Reese, who actually won the Stanley Cup with us back in 2019-20. We picked him up from the Pittsburgh Penguins, but now he is with the Flames, so it'd be kind of interesting if we could win against him now. So game number 1, and we got home ice, so it's at the PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's see if we could continue this nice story here. First period, and it is 2-1 for us. Marcel Poirier opens the scoring, and Sam Bennett will tie it up, but then Stephen Malone gives us a 2-1 lead. Second period, and the Flames are going to tie it at 2. It is Mallet, defenseman. Shots are 25-18 in favor of the Flames, so we need to get a lot more chances at the net. At least we are converting on the low chances we do have. Power play, and it's still going to struggle in this playoffs. This has not been really that well rounded. And Klimchuk gives the Flames the lead here. 10 minutes to go. Come on, guys. We have home ice for a reason here. Power play, come on, power play, and we don't score on it. Last 2 minutes, and JT Miller is going to make it 4-2, and we are going to lose game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. So I am already going to make maybe some line changes a bit. Like, that wasn't necessarily a good defensive game, and Matthew Whitmore has been injured now, so till June the 2nd, so I think he's out for the remainder of the playoffs now, so this is not good. We are suffering way too many injuries here in the playoff run. So we'll put in, I guess, Barrett Hayton for now. Do something like that. You know what, let's just go best lines, actually. I know it's kind of risky going best lines. Who does that scratch, though, just at the moment? I think Gibbons is the only one, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's just go best lines. It's a bit risky, but hopefully it gives us more of a better chemistry with our lines and stuff like that. So game number 2, guys, come on, we can't lose our home ice advantage here going back to Calgary. We need to tie the series here. First period, and it is 2-1 for the Flames. We open the scoring, and it's Marty Peckham, but JVR and Marcus Jankowski, both on the 4th line, come through with 2 quick goals, and we are down by 1. Second period, and we have tied the game at 2, and it's Casey Middlestad coming through. He's been great for us here in the playoff run. Let's see if we can tie it up, or not, take the lead here in the third. Come on, boys. Shots are close. The game is close. And once again, the Flames are going to take the lead here in the third, but we answer back as Martin Necas ties it at 3. And there you go. Sebastian Aho on the power play, and we have our 4-3 lead here. Come on, guys. And Fritz makes it 5-3. And we are going to have a tie series headed back to Calgary. Fritz gets another to make it 6-3, and yeah, that was a pretty nice offensive third period, scoring 4 unanswered goals. So Peckham from Middlestad from Ho-Sang and Aho, Necas from Fritz and Louis Ryan, Aho from Middlestad, Fritz from Louis Ryan, and Fritz from Louis Ryan and Ward. So Louis Ryan, being that depth guy, definitely helping us out in terms of production. So Fritz, Middlestad, and Aho get the 3 stars of the game. Okay, and oh my god, another injury, and it's to our best defenseman. So Jake Bean has been injured Damn. Who are we going to have to put in then? We're going to have to put in Gordon Gibbons. Yeah, we're missing 3 players to injury, and 2 of them are 90 overall. So this is not looking good. Hopefully this injury bug doesn't screw up our chances at a cup. So Ward, you can go here. There you go. And Gibbons, you could go in here. So hopefully Gibbons with his offensive touch, because he's actually a really good offensive defenseman for only being a 77. Hopefully he could help us out. So we will make Milstad our extra attacker, just because he's been really good so far in the playoff run. So let's get to game number 3 in Calgary at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Let's see if we can take a 2-1 series lead, boys. First period, and it is 2-0 us. Nicely done. Brian Ward picks up his first ever playoff goal, I think. And Casey Milstad continues to do what he does best, and that is put the puck in the net. We're up 2-0. Second period, and it's 2-1 as Monahan pulls them within 1. Come on, guys. Ulanov has just not been that good here in the Stanley Cup Finals so far. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Once again, we're out shooting them badly, but it's only a 1-goal game currently. Power play. It doesn't come through. And Jankowski, their 4th liner, ties it up at 2 here late in the 3rd period. Come on, guys. 1 more goal. And we're going to OT. We have so much experience here in overtime in the playoffs. We need to get a game winner here. I don't care who you are on our team. We need a OT winner. Poye, who else? Who hasn't come through recently? Aho maybe. And the Flames are going to win it in overtime. 3 unanswered goals. Monahan gets the winner. Not that good. Ulanov's been a little bit bad. Maybe it's just because he's played so much. But I don't want to put in LaFontaine, because LaFontaine's had a really bad game when he came into the lineup at one time. And guess who is back? Jonathan Huberdeau, our best player, is back for this game. So that is huge news. So we're going to go once again best lines for now. And I'm going to change up the lines a bit, just to my liking, just to make this a bit maybe better for us. So we still have, though, Hannafin and Whitmore out, so we're still battling through this injury bug. Hopefully, though, with the addition of Huberdeau back in the lineup, we could tie the series up again, headed back home. So, game number 4. This is a huge game, guys, if we want to win the Stanley Cup. So, first period, and it is scoreless. Shots are 10-7 in favor of us. Nobody's scored just yet. Second period, and it is 1-1. Goddard gets them the goal, but Milstad will tie it up again. Going into the third, we have a tie game. Shots 17-16. Come on, guys. We need a goal here. We need to win this game. This is a huge game. Ulanov, just play like you did throughout the first 3 rounds. It's all I ask. Last 5 minutes here of the third period. Still tied at 1. Last 2 minutes. And we are headed back to OT just again. Back-to-back games. We've been in way too much overtime situations here in the playoffs. Come on, guys. We need a hero here. This is a huge game. A must-win game. Penalty kill. And we kill it off. Nicely done. That's like a season-saving penalty kill right there. And frig, the Flames are going to win it as Giftopoulos beats Ulanov. And we're down 3-1 now in the Stanley Cup Finals. We are 1 loss away from being a Stanley Cup, like losing our second Stanley Cup Finals ever in this GM mode. Because we lost to Winnipeg at one time as well. Hannafin is back, so that's also great news. So I'm just going to go best lines in general. Actually, yeah, all of our players might be back for this game. Let's see our lines again. I'm just going to use best lines, what the coach says. So even if that means scratching a good player. We need to win 3 in a row, though. Like, we could technically still do it, because if we win here on home ice, we could just put Calgary against the wall and have a chance. So that does scratch Erzberg, which I don't really like. And I don't like having Malone down on the third line, but let's see if that could help us out. The coach says it's the best line, so let's see if it could get us a win here and maybe a chance to win the next game as well. I'm not putting in LaFontaine yet because I don't feel like he's ready enough. So, game number 5. Come on, guys. Don't lose this, especially in front of your home crowd. There you go. Aho opens the scoring. Since this elimination game, we're going to sim the entire game like this. Power play again, and Ho-Sang scores, and Whitmore scores. Nicely done. Our offense is just coming through in this game. Hopefully, though, that can continue into next game if we're still alive. We have 3 goals on our 5 shots here in the first period. Not a great start for Mason McDonald. And Malone's going to make it 4-0 after 4 goals on 8 shots. Blunden is now in net. Let's see if we could have a great second as well. 5-0 Aho. Damn, this might be a really offensive route. 5-0 here halfway through the game. And they're still out shooting us too, which is the crazy thing. Last 5 minutes here of the second period. And we have still a 5-0 lead intact. So it looks like we're going to be going to a Game 6. JVR gets one early in the third to give them maybe a chance. I don't even know. 4-goal advantage still for us. Power play, and we don't score. Last 10 minutes for the third period. Just lock it down, guys. And Goddard's going to make it 5-2. But Aho gets his hat trick, and it's a 6-2 game. So that's a good thing. At least Aho's starting to find the back of the net because he didn't really throw it the first little bit of the playoffs. That might be like 3 of his first goals in the playoffs. So actually he has 7 goals in the playoffs, so he's been okay. So we are still alive going back to Calgary. Hopefully we can continue that in Game 6 and then have a chance to win the cup on home ice, if it comes to that. So we should have most of our players back to full health for this game. So okay, game number 6. Can those best lines that the coach drew up help us get another win here? Hopefully this coach is a genius. Penalty kill, nicely done. Power play, come on guys, we got to strike on that power play, and we don't get it done. Halfway through the first period, still no goals yet. And it is going to be scoreless after the first period. Shots are 12-9 in favor of us. Come on, guys. We got to win this game, especially if we want to keep the season alive. Penalty kill. Nicely done. This is a pretty good defensive game so far. It's pretty close, actually, in shots as well. So back and forth hockey. Power play, and we don't score on it. Last couple minutes here of the second period, and Giftopoulos scores a late goal in the second, and the Flames are 1 period away from winning the Stanley Cup. Come on, guys. We need to come through with a tying goal here, or else the season is done for. There you go. Casey Middlestad comes through, but Merritt gives them back the lead. Power play, and we don't score. I hate that, though. We always, there's always that time where you tie it up, and then the other team comes back. So they're up 3-1 now, but Ho-Sang makes it a 3-2 game. Come on, guys. We need 1 goal here in the last 5 minutes, or our season is done with. Come on. Last little bit. We need 1 goal. 1 goal. Time is winding down. Last minute of play. Come on, 1 goal. I don't think we're going to get done. Last 5 seconds. 4 seconds, and we are going to lose the Stanley Cup Finals to the Calgary Flames. So Zach Aston Reese getting another Stanley Cup, this time against his former team. Wow, that sucks, because Middlestad was having a very good playoffs, and Ulnov as well. Damn, that second period goal that gave them the lead is the only reason that wasn't tied in the third. So we lose the Stanley Cup Finals, but it was a great year. That means we technically, even having a bad season simulation, we could still get far. As you can see, Middlestad, though, had 19 points in 24 playoff games. Oh, hopefully next season we could get that cup. So Middlestad 19 points, Aho 17 points, Ho-Sang 14, Huberto 12, Hannafin 11, Fritz had 10, Malone and Brown 9, Erzberg 8, Nikas 7, Arvidsson Whitmore 6, Poy Fleury 5, Lewis Ryan with 4, Ward with 4, Davidson with 4, and then Peckham with 1. Hayton, Gibbons, and Bean with nothing. Goaltending wise, Ulnov was just amazing. 14-5-5, 3 shutouts, and 945 save percentage, and a 1.71 goals against average, but our offense just could not get the cup for us. So yeah, that's that. Now let's just take a look at who retired for this year. Hopefully we did not lose anyone to retirement. I don't think we would, considering most of our team is pretty young. We'll actually also check the awards first. Scouting assignment. Where do we want to scout? Let's just go back to the States again. So the Calgary Flames win the cup and the Crunch win the AHL. So let's take a look at those player stats or player awards. Hopefully, maybe Ulnov won another Vezina if he's lucky. So cup is the Flames, the Philadelphia Flyers getting the President's Trophy, Clarence S. Campbell, Calgary, and we get our second Prince of Wales trophy in the last 5 years. Yeah, because we lost 2 cups in the last 5 years, actually. Kucherov gets the Ross and the Hart. Klingberg gets the Norris, and Kucherov gets the Lady Byng. Calder goes to Rathje. Mason McDonald gets the Conn Smythe in the playoffs. Vezina goes to Carter Hart this year, goddammit. Wellman Jennings goes to Anderson. The Masterton goes to Merrill. Selke goes to McDavid. Kucherov gets to Lindsay and the Richard. So Kucherov cleaning up pretty much on the awards. Any of our prospects win any awards down there in the minors? Nope. Okay. So that is that. Let's continue to simulate all the way up to the draft. I'll show you also, guys, the draft class and whatnot. And then maybe the progress reports and all that sort of stuff. I think the injuries are the only reason maybe we could have technically lost that Stanley Cup Finals, because we lost some big guys at the bad times. So Washington's got the first, followed by Vegas and the Rangers. Interesting. So retired players, did we lose anybody? No, we did not. Goalies, we did not lose anybody either. In terms of all skaters, though, let's take a look who retired. Any former players of ours or something? So Malkin retires, Kessel retires, Simmons retires, Couture, Okposo, Subban. Some pretty big retirements. Nothing that I don't think used to play for us. Nobody that I remember, at least. Matt Calvert was with us for 1 season, I think. Maybe 2 seasons. And Josh Joris was here at the beginning, I believe, of the GM mode. I could be wrong. And then in terms of goaltending, Devin Dubnyk retires, Ben Bishop, Corey Crawford, Scott Darling, our former goalie. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's take a look at the progress reports and the draft class. Let's see, hopefully we got some good growth, because next year Steen's going to be in the NHL at least. So Ward is gone up by 18, Godfrey's gone up by 16, Ulnov up by 12, Milstad up by 12, etc. In terms of in the system, though, Spiller, who we drafted, I think with the 13th overall pick, is up to a 73. Janus is up to a 61. Korea is up to a 71. Wow, he's growing actually pretty quick. Swanson, Tootin, etc. Corrado's up to a 74. Grantham is up to a 77. Clarence Orr is up to a 69. Yeah, we're getting some good growth. And Sven Steen, like I said, 79. Hopefully he's good in his rookie season, because that could be the difference of winning a cup, maybe. So that's the progress reports. Now, finally, the draft class. I think I already looked at it, and I pinned one guy. Just because it was an elite that went in, like, the later rounds. But I want to see who else is available again. Yeah, this is the guy I pinned. He's an exact elite. Ross Buss, I think his name was. Yeah, Ross Buss. This is a sniper guy. He's supposed to go in the 6th round. Not necessarily something we need, but just because he's got elite potential, might as well draft him. And let's see. So these are what's supposed to go in the 1st round. I don't know what we even have for our 1st rounder. Probably like a late first round pick. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. So let me know what you guys think we should do technically in the off season. I feel like we are still a team that has a really good chance of winning a Stanley Cup next year if we could get the same group of guys back. Considering most of them are young and they should grow for next season. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.